right. You want to count us in?
Ready. 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Welcome to a super fucking special edition of Necro Electric.
Yay.
I'm your host, Sean. I got my beautiful bride, Kylie. We got the special birthday girl, Susana. And we brought our two fucking buddies here. We got Marco and Diego. Yeah. Woo. So obviously, what's our theme today?
Our theme today is birthdays.
Birthday. All right, should we sing happy birthday?
Aww.
Happy birthday
Day to you. Happy birthday to you.
How cute.
Happy birthday, dear Santa. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Thank
You have to
you.
eat one whole cupcake.
You gotta eat it. One bite.
One bite.
One bite.
With cupcake challenge.
One bite.
No, don't take that off.
Y'all, he knows I don't like frosting.
Oh, you don't like frosting?
I don't like regular
Don't be rude, man.
You're 31. 31. It's time to try new things.
Thank you.
Why are you telling people? I'm just
Pass one to
kidding. It
him.
don't matter.
Sorry, I'm trying to be nice.
These are so cute. Look at how cute, little mini. For real, could I eat the whole thing? Nah.
We're so fucking metal. Yeah.
I'm like taking a little bit of ice out. Just a little bit. I went to
Little
the gym
bit.
today. Come on. Like, there's a little bit on.
All right. Down the hatch.
Salud.
Oh, she
Boom.
did it.
Nice.
Sweet.
Well, happy birthday, bitch.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Would you turn 19 today?
I swear she wakes up in the morning, she drinks like this much Formol to hide. That's how she does it.
Yeah, right.
Stay so young.
That's good. That's too good.
Yeah.
I want
So
to.
how we kicking off this birthday episode?
Let's rock some
Okay.
birthday stories.
Oh,
What was your best birthday you've
my
ever
best
had?
birthday.
I'm gonna eat a cupcake.
My best birthday. I don't remember. Help me.
Well, it must have been really good then.
I guess so. There you go. There was a lot of birthdays where I partied a lot.
Did your brother
Yeah.
ever fucking prank you on a birthday?
Oh, I'm sure. When we were younger, I was always scared of him because he was gonna smash my face into the cake.
Oh yeah, you gotta
We do that thing where we're like mordida, and we're like, take a bite, and then everybody tries to get you, and you always get hurt. Or I do remember crying because it went so far up my nose and in my mouth, I couldn't breathe.
Oh no.
Yeah, no,
that sounds horrible.
You know?
He dropped
Death
a
by
fucking elbow
birthday
on
cake.
you.
Yeah, almost. I don't know what birthday that was, but I know we were kids, so we lived in Brambleton.
Oh my
That
gosh.
sounds familiar. Yeah, it sounds
But
like something I
everybody
would
laughed. Yeah. But it was everybody. It wasn't like just him.
do. Yeah.
Everybody joins into the craziness.
Like 20 people just smash your face into the fucking cake.
Basically, the whole
Yeah.
family, like mom, dad, everybody.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
traumatizing being
Everybody
Hispanic,
tries to
man.
kill
It's like
you.
getting jumped into a
Yeah,
gang.
it's like you don't want to eat the cake because, and then you have to eat the piece where your face onto them. That's
Anywhere
worse.
your face touched.
Yeah. Basically. That's funny.
That's great. What was your guys' best birthday?
Well, my best birthday was this one time we moved, and then I was working at an office like 10-hour days, 12-hour days. And then we moved from like this apartment to an apartment upstairs. And then my brother literally moved everything that was inside my room for me. And then I got home after work and I was all tired and I was like, damn, I gotta move everything. And he did that for me, and it was like the best gesture. I wasn't expecting it at all
That's
because me and my brother
awesome.
have like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that was awesome.
Yeah,
That was it.
moving sucks.
I hate
Hugged it out.
moving. Yeah,
So
moving
annoying.
anything.
What about you, Marco?
Man, I don't know any specific birthdays, but they're always good. I mean, I think for me, because I'm the only boy in the family, it's just everyone just kind of comes around, which it can be nice, but it can also be it's a lot at the same time. But birthdays are always cool. I mean, like this year I'm going to be turning 30, so that's a big deal for me. It's like,
Big
Yeah,
3-0.
nice.
man, gotta stop pulling pranks on people.
Dirty
Roll.
30.
Yeah.
No, I
Dirty 30.
Yeah.
We should all like smash his face in a cake.
Yeah.
It's expected. I
can't
almost expected the cupcakes to go in my face. I was like, she's like, has the cupcakes right here. I was like, traumatized.
Yeah.
Cake
Or
smash
ready.
challenge on Patreon. I always hated my birthdays, so. My
Why?
birthday's on December 29th.
He still hates his birthday. I
Because it's
don't
in a
get it.
cold month. Or
Is it
No,
close to
no,
Christmas?
yeah, it's 4 days after Christmas,
Right.
like,
And it's right before New
yeah,
Year's.
all
Oh,
through
really
like
sucks.
childhood, like there's no school, so your friends are always like
Yeah.
gone,
Oh, yeah.
fucking. It always fucking sucked dick, dude. Later, like, I used to have like the shop parties for
Yeah.
my birthday, and that stuff was fun.
Yeah. As a grown up, right? Like,
Yeah, you just fucking get
During the
sloshed.
school years, it was no fun.
I remember Adam and Gabby they fought like fist fought in the parking lot in front of a
Adam
bunch
and
of
Gabby?
people.
Fight Club style, like.
It's for you, Sean.
I have it on video. I'll try to find it and post it on this thing. But
Oh,
but yeah, they
Oh
were
my
both hella
God.
lit up, and like Gabby was like they were talking shit to each other, and Gabby like smacked Adam, and then Adam went Psh, and smacked her back like little love tap, like just playful fun. And there was like the whole place was full of people, and everybody's like oh, and then Gabby got all
God.
hyped and started fucking like
just went
Muhammad
from
Aliing
there.
it, like juking, and she did
Yeah.
that. You know how like Mike Tyson does that thing with his head. She did that, and then she like got him like in the face, and he was like, "I'm not afraid to fight a woman."
oh my
And he-
God. You're like, that's his wife?
No, it's not his wife. That was Kelly's girlfriend at the time.
Oh,
Shipwreck
okay,
Kelly's.
never mind.
Yeah, and then I was
Like,
like,
breaking
"Take it
people
out in the parking lot," and
Oh
we're all
my
like
God.
Kelly, get your
surrounded
girl,
him. Kelly was front row yelling at him, and they were
Kill him!
just playfully sparring.
I hated play fighting like in middle school or younger. Oh my God, I hated that so bad. I was like, no, leave me alone. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I never liked that.
I was not into
It always
it.
escalates,
Yeah.
always.
especially with family. Like
Mm-hmm.
even like I would go to bed at night with like my cousins and stuff, and we'd all stay there, and then like I'd hit one of them, just lightly. And then you go and you lay down, and then they get up like full force and fucking smash your
Pillow
face.
fights will get really personal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they'll get crazy. Like, damn, we gotta smack me that hard. Like they're like whipping it or getting it up real tight and turning it. Like it's not gonna be a soft
Yeah.
hit anymore. Like
gonna
turns
hurt.
turns terrible.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
just speaking of pillow fight, that brought back a memory. Like when I got my ears like gauged, I got them dermal punched. And if you guys don't know what that means, is instead of like piercing your ear and stretching it out,
It's like a hole puncher.
yeah, they take
Oh,
a needle the
shit.
size of a pencil. They just
Punch it out.
They remove the entire
Cookie
piece
cutter
of your ear.
it.
You know,
Did you get to keep it?
Yeah, he wears it on a necklace.
It's just like hanging here somewhere.
like when I was getting it done, I was like, man, this is gonna be fucking
Puts the
gnarly,
lotion on
right?
the skin.
And then they did it, but the needle's so sharp you don't even feel it, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, fuck, all right, like didn't even feel bad. And then I was visiting Reno when I got it done, and I went and saw Nick Caprioli, that dude I punched in the pit, my old bass player.
Yeah.
And we were just messing around, like
Make the
joking.
sound. Make the sound.
Listen, shout out to Nick.
That shit was so funny. I'm gonna go back and rewatch
I
that.
went over to his house, and I can't remember what the fuck. We were just like talking shit, just having fun. And then he just fucking hit me with a pillow right in my fucking ear, dude. Like a couch pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. And then it
Ouch.
just killed me the whole time.
Fuck, dude, just dripping.
And not only that, like the air that goes into your ear, we go, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, that was my eardrum. Like, oh gosh, yeah.
I think my best birthday was both my freshman and sophomore years of high school, because my dad got me a keg
Oh, shit.
for both of those years. So like all my friends would come over to my dad's house
Yeah.
or apartment. It was an apartment building, which now that I think about it is really fucking risky.
Oh,
Yeah.
Having a ton of high school kids at your apartment on a busy street. Like, I don't know
Drunk.
how we didn't get busted.
Shout out to Kevin,
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
father-in-law.
cool dad. We had
He
a
actually,
little
that's how
friend,
he
Kevin.
met her stepmom.
Yeah, so one day he met my stepsister first, actually. She was like wandering around the apartment parking lot super wasted. And he was in the backyard barbecuing, and he was like, hey, 2 high school girls, come over here and I'll feed you.
It's not creepy.
Come here, will you?
He actually had good intentions, but
No, good intentions. So he was feeding them, I think it was like drunken chicken or something to these girls, and then finally got a hold of her mom to come pick them up, and now he's married to her mom.
I saved your daughter. Dang.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had drunken chicken?
No, is that the one? Was that beer can chicken?
Yeah, they stick
Yes,
the
beer
beer
can
can
I always
chicken.
want to try it myself.
We had
Yeah.
drunken
So good.
fajitas. Like my uncles be pouring beer
I
in
make
the
that all
fajita.
the
I don't know
time,
if that's a thing or they just fucking.
Yeah, I do that all the time. So that's how we
Yeah.
make our
Tecate and shit.
You know, little kid like it tastes like beer. It's like that's good. That's good. Like okay.
It's a light buzz after 2 plates.
Yeah.
Let's talk some birthday stuff. What was your worst birthday?
I still remember it very much because it was my mom's fault. I just wanted to say that right away.
Damn it.
Shout out to
I
mom.
think I was turning 6 or 5 or 6. But I don't know. She got in a fight with my dad. She was in the worst mood ever. So all my cousins came over, my aunts, right? And all my little cousins were there. And she had made some really good food. And I didn't want to eat much because I was ready to go open presents. And basically all the presents were in the room. And my siblings and my cousins and everything, they all went to the room because they were done eating already. And I was just picking at stuff. My mom's like, you're going to sit here and you're going to finish eating your food. And I was like, okay.
On your
Like,
birthday?
but-
That
yeah,
sucks.
and I was like, but mom, like everybody's in the room already. Like I want to go open the presents. Can I go open the presents? And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh my god. And then I could hear everybody like tearing open the gifts. And they literally opened all the gifts, opened all the toys, and I was like, mom, they're opening my gifts. She goes, I don't care. And it was
Marco's
the
just fucking
worst
ripping
birthday.
I'm like Evan deep in
So
friends shit.
finally I finished eating because I'm like stuffing my face all anxious and stuff, and I go, and then everything is like open. They're all playing with that. One of them was already broken. It was the worst birthday ever.
Horrible.
And then she goes in there and she goes, well, you have to share your toys anyway. And I was like, I hate you. Like, that was the worst birthday
Aw.
as a kid. Yeah.
How
And
old are you? How old are you, Lynn?
Like 5 or 6.
Wow.
Yeah, I was little. But my brother was way smaller, like a year and a half.
Was Marco playing with any of the toys?
Well, he was there. He, like everybody, my older sister, like my cousins, all of them were there, and then my favorite thing was this pony that I got, like this really soft skin pony, like it felt like real fur, and she let my little sister have it, and she put it in the tub, and then all the skin came off.
Oh,
And then she didn't want it no more and gave it back to me. It was the worst. Like, I was like, oh my god.
Here you go.
Yeah, basically.
Happy birthday.
Worst birthday.
When I was a little kid, I had that. You guys remember the He-Man?
Yeah.
Remember he had
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the fucking lion that he would ride? He had the same shit, had that weird fur on it.
Oh,
just like
okay, okay.
glued to the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I left it in the tub. And then like I came back for it, and then like pieces of the fur started coming off.
It's creepy.
I
So
feel
I-
like that could be traumatizing
Yeah.
to a child if they're young enough.
Yeah.
Traumatized.
Inside.
Should I tell them the snuffleupagus story? You guys want to know why I'm metal?
Why? Yes, I want to know why.
What triggered it,
This
Sean?
is why I have like deep hatred.
This is a nugget moment.
deep hatred in me my whole entire life, right?
This is
So-
where it's rooted.
So when I was just
A
little,
snuffleupagus.
yeah,
What
so
is
when I was
that?
super little, he's like, he kicks it with Big Bird. He's a woolly mammoth.
thing-
Yeah, he's the brown woolly mammoth.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
when my mom and my dad were still married, it was like, one of my earliest memories. My dad gave me this snuffleupagus, right?
Aw.
And it had marble eyes, so like if you're ever in a room, like no matter where you are, it looks like it's
Looking at you.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then they fucking went to shit, right? And then he robbed our storage unit, and so this was the only thing I had basically. And then we moved to Livermore and started a new
And
life.
your dad left.
My dad was long gone,
Yeah.
right? So when I was about, I don't know, probably 5 or 6, I got the chicken pox, measles, whatever.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, "We gotta burn all your stuffed animals."
Oh, no.
And I was like, "No." Like I used to sleep with this dude all the time. I
Yeah.
dragged him around with me.
Yeah.
It was like my one thing that I had, and we were poor as fuck, so I didn't have a lot of stuff, And then I'm like, "Nah, that's not gonna happen." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll clean them or something, right?" And so she got them away from me. And then I remember I went out into the living room and we had a little fireplace, and he was in it.
Oh,
And he was on
no.
fire, and he was staring at me, dude. Because the fucking marble eyes.
It's me.
And like I didn't. It was like going to a funeral, dude. I was just like,
You're just
fuck.
watching him go up in
Heartbreaking.
flames.
Yeah.
Dude,
He was,
that's
and
sad.
he's that weird carpet fur, so he just,
Went straight up.
yeah.
Oh man.
But he was looking at me the whole time.
Oh, that was sad.
Why, Sean?
metal.
The little Japanese
that
anime show I
moment,
watched.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went in my room,
His
bro.
hair instantly turned black.
Yeah, he used to look like Bane. Blonde and
He's like,
happy.
forget this. No more happy shot.
Oh, that is so
Damn.
sad.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know if I should say sorry or.
I'm bringing down your birthday party here.
I mean, I shared a sad story.
What's your guys' worst?
Man.
I remember his. No, that was a Halloween party. Ooh, they're mine.
I think I remember. It wasn't the worst, but it's probably one of the this is my birthday type of moments.
Yeah.
We were still living as a family together before my parents got divorced, and I remember I was really excited that my birthday was that day. So I remember we wanted to wait for the afternoon for when my dad got home, and my dad and I never really had the best relationship. Like we never really had like any bonding time at all. So it was one of those like, yeah, we're cool type of thing, but
Yeah.
that was it. So whenever he got home, I was all excited, and I was like in my room. I was like, I'm gonna wait right here so he can come over here. Like, oh, let's go somewhere. Oh, it's my birthday. Let's go.
Yeah.
So when he walked in, he gave me like at that time. I don't know if you guys remember, but Mr. Pibb was like new and shit. I was like, hey, this is a new soda. He brought me a fucking soda, and he was like, here
Mr.
you go,
Pibb?
man.
That was your birthday
happy
present?
And I was like,
Like, I buy
what
these
the
at
fuck?
school.
I was like, great. Are we going to dinner? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad
That
sucks
was it.
so bad, y'all.
Dude,
Like,
my dad has given me some ridiculous gifts like that too. My 21st birthday,
Yeah.
I got a flashlight and margarita mix with no alcohol. He's like, you're 21, go buy it yourself.
I'm like, but why the flashlight?
And
Like,
a flashlight.
disco ball,
After this party, they're gonna need the flashlight.
so you can watch where you're going. I don't know.
Hard times, man. Hard times. I was like, nice. So ever since then, I've had Mr. Pibb just in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's when that shit came out. At some point when I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Do you still drink it?
No, fuck. I've never had it since then.
I love it though. Like, I'll still have it at the theater if I see it.
Every time I go
You
to
probably
the
snuck up and drank the one that you gave
Yeah.
me.
Probably.
What about you, Diego?
man, like every time we'd have any kind of celebration, like holiday or whatever, fights would just fucking come
no.
out.
Oh, no.
Either my brother would be like so drunk that he'd like go to the room and pass out like on his own birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like Christmas, you'd be like kind of like a time bomb. You'd be like, who's gonna snap first? You know?
Oh god.
Like, oh, let's
She
see,
makes
let's see.
bets about it.
Well,
Oh, they all
I had a
call.
few of those, and I was like, until I got like to a certain age where I could like go anywhere, because I was raised like till 14 just inside the apartment. Like, don't go outside. You're gonna they're gonna steal your kidneys and blah blah blah. And then when I hit 14 and I started skateboarding, and I was like, fuck, I'm free. You
Just
know?
remind
Yeah.
everyone where you're from. This was
Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Hell de Janeiro.
yeah.
To some, yeah.
We got time for a sponsor.
Yes, we do. Dark and Dreary Clothing. Dark and Dreary is an edgy fashion and lifestyle brand that embraces great design and unsurpassed quality. Dark and Dreary has quickly gained a following amongst fans of occult, horror, punk rock, heavy metal, and all-around free thinkers, and retailers worldwide without shoving a preachy, trendy, or political message down your throat. So buy the best, fuck the rest, darkanddrearyclothing.com.
Boom. We also got Necro Electric merch at necroelectric.com.
Making it look all sexy over here.
That's a big old skull. That's a new one? Or
Yeah. Ooh, Kylie designed this one.
I like that
It's a
one.
cool
'cause it has
design,
a
yeah, it's
little...
pretty nice.
It reminds me of, what's his name?
Dave Bowie.
Yeah, across his face. Is that
Yeah, I think it was around the time that he died that I made it too.
Oh, really?
Man, yeah.
We were just talking about him the other day, too.
Hell yeah.
I missed a birthday one year, like completely.
Like, you
Your
forgot?
Yeah.
You
Your
forgot
own
about it?
birthday?
Yeah, my own birthday. I was like probably 27 or so, and I was at the tattoo shop just working all the time, and I was drinking like a lot because like winter is like super slow at tattoo shops, and I got really into like everybody was playing RPG games, So like I was just like day drinking
Like,
and
what
fucking
day is it?
playing fucking Skyrim when it first came out.
Relatable.
Yeah, and then I realized like because my mom had called me and she's like, "Oh, happy birthday," and like this and that or whatever. I was like, "Oh,
What are you
okay."
talking about?
And I looked and it was like, and I was like, "That's weird," because it was almost New Year's, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like my birthday's like today or what? And then I like looked and it was actually the 30th. My mom had missed it as well. And I was like, "Fuck!"
Happy belated birthday.
The Chinese calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
What are we doing here?
Plus or minus a day. Who's counting?
Yeah, you get lost in those fucking games, dude.
Yeah, it's true, man. I had a big issue with those for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
I remember specifically when I stopped playing now. It's like at some point you had to, kind of like stop and just do your adult life.
Yeah.
That happened for me this January. I haven't
It was
played.
January.
Yeah, and I haven't played.
Congratulations.
I know. I'm so sad because it's like there's nothing wrong with it. Like you learn things.
Yeah,
you
sure.
have faster reaction times to things. So I feel like it really got me through. I wouldn't say a dark time in my childhood, but it did help me, stay on the right path in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, come January, that was it. I was like, boom.
Damn, but the girls still play, right?
Yeah, well, that's whenever my oldest took over, so I was kind of just like
Yeah.
gave it to her, and I bought her
Pass
a
the
new headset
baton.
like 2-3 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Aw,
So I was
cool.
like, man, I have very little interest now. I mean,
Yeah.
but I'll try to get into it. Like
Yeah.
on Sunday, I'll try to play, and I'm just like, God, I just don't really, I don't have it. I don't know. I don't know what happens.
Aw.
Yeah, when Bane showed up, because his room in our old house was my game room.
Yeah.
And we
You
would
had
like
to sacrifice your game room for a
for our
child.
child. But like, so I would like chill with her until like 10, 11, right? And then she'd go to bed. And
No,
then
I went to bed at like 8. I was pregnant.
Yeah, right. But I would stay up until like 3,
Yeah.
like playing video games.
From like 8:30 until 3 in the morning,
Damn.
playing video games, and then getting up at 6 for work.
Yeah.
Yep. It was
Yeah.
no problem.
Living that
Crazy.
nocturnal life.
No issue.
When the baby's not here, it still feels like it's just you two's normal life,
Yeah.
kind of.
Well, I can't do it anymore because like it. Once you have a kid, like once he goes to sleep, you're just like it's like a time bomb. You're trying to be quiet at
How
all
much
times.
time do we have?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you know.
Is he gonna wake up? Is it?
And I like to play with like headphones, so I
Yeah.
like feel immersed. So I have to be able to hear them and shit.
Yep.
So
Another thing, why are kids' birthday parties so fucking expensive? It's
the
insane.
park. Remember the park?
Even to rent like a little space at the park in San Jose, it was like $400 for like 5 hours.
Because people
Yeah.
take advantage of your love.
It's
like
crazy.
they know, like
That's
this
true.
girl
That-
is gonna
yeah.
pay
It's
what
like a
I
business
say.
model.
Anything
That's
for their
very true,
child.
Yeah,
if
they
you
make
think about
money
it-
off the parents that way.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
if you think about it,
though.
they take advantage of that in many businesses and ways, right?
Oh, hell
Funerals
yeah.
and stuff. That's one of the most expensive things. And it's like,
True.
you don't want to get this casket for your
Why?
parent.
Yeah.
Get a
Yeah.
golden
Oh,
casket.
man.
You
Can you
deserve
like
it.
make your own casket and be buried
You know,
in
I
that?
probably would. I probably would. I was just like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna take care of this.
Yeah.
Advertising though, I would watch TV and the Nickelodeon or the cereal stuff, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Kids, ask your parents if blah blah
Oh,
blah." And
yeah,
you can log in.
yeah.
I'm like, "Mom, let me log in!" Like right away. And she's like, "What?" Like,
Well, that's what killed cartoons because Congress actually passed the education law. So when all those like cartoons used to come on Sundays all day,
Yeah.
Congress passed a law that there's a certain amount of time in each episode of the thing that had to be dedicated to like learning, and then people were just like, fuck it.
Too much work.
That would explain why there's no more like Ren and Stimpy.
Don't
That
want
was
to learn.
not educational.
We're like in weird times now because it's like the Marvel scene going on. Like I go to
Yeah.
say like HEB and there's like new Spider-Man Marvel T-shirts. I fucking
Yeah.
want to buy it. And
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
29, and I shouldn't buy it. You know?
Yeah, all that it has like the Marvel thing has a huge age range.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
so
a
you should
very
totally buy
huge
the
age
t-shirt.
range. Yeah.
That's true.
I love everything.
Kids cartoons nowadays are fucking weird. Like
They're very grown up-ish.
I can't wait till
I don't know.
Bane gets to a certain point where he can watch like I'm just gonna show him old shit because it's not like
Yeah.
there's like everybody watches shit on demand now anyway, so it's not like when we were kids
gonna
like
lose something.
every day we all watched the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I'm my own grandpa or whatever that cartoon is,
I don't even know that
Uncle
one.
Grandpa or
Uncle
whatever the
Grandpa,
fuck it is.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah, they have like a bunch like that, you know.
Yeah.
There's
The
a cool
one-
one that we're into. The Rick and Morty. That's probably the cool one.
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty's
Now-
dope.
He watched that with Bane
Yeah,
when he was
with
like an
Bane.
infant.
Yeah, it was one of the only cartoons he would sit and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you when you were little? What was your favorite?
Oh man, Power Rangers, Arthur. That was very educational
Oh,
after
yeah.
school, but I was
Arthur.
obsessed with it. And I still remember that library song episode because I literally got a library card because of that.
Arthur was boring as shit.
No, it wasn't. I thought it was so cool. The Simpsons were like our all-time
The Simpsons is where
favorite.
it's at, yeah.
The Simpsons
Yeah.
is where we got our like sarcasm and fucking craziness from sometimes. And I think those were like my top ones I remember.
They didn't really have that
Cartoon
many
Network.
options back in the day. I don't think. I mean,
It was
I just
basically
remember
what was on Saturdays.
The Simpsons was our thing. Like that was everyone was quiet. All four of us were sitting down watching
Even
it.
my parents
Just a
would
good
watch
time.
it too.
Yeah.
Remember when they killed Marge, or not Marge? Ned Flanders' wife.
Yeah, when they pushed her off the thing.
Yeah,
she got hit with
the
the t-shirt. or some shit.
cannon. I was like, did they really just kill her?
That's how they killed her off.
Yeah.
That's how it changed culture.
I remember being so fucking annoyed on that episode where, if y'all remember, when the little sister, what was her name?
Lisa.
Lisa had to babysit Bart for the first time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she kept saying, "Go to bed." And he's like, "Go to bread, go to bed." And then he started acting like Bart with us because we were the older sisters. And I was like, "Oh hell no!" He started being annoying like that. It was hilarious, but yeah, that
Yeah,
episode
man. Shout out to the Simpsons. That was some good stuff.
Yeah.
still going.
They had a bunch of good ones that I liked, like Count Duckula.
Count Duckula.
I watched a lot of like the duck ones, like Darkwing Duck.
Oh, we
Duck
did
was the
watch
shit,
that
yeah.
one. Where's
Like
Carmen
that.
Sandiego? Is that what it's called?
I used to watch.
You watched like a lot of the educational
I sure
ones.
did.
She's like, you guys ever heard
Big
Sesame
brain.
I
Street?
was a big
That was my
nerd
jam.
when I was a kid. Probably still till today.
I
Right?
watched like Ah Real Monsters.
Yeah,
Suzu-
Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, that was a good
I love
Animaniacs.
that one.
Yeah.
That one was
The
awesome.
Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
They
a
would
good
make
one
dirty
too.
jokes.
Yeah.
What about in Rio?
Oh, in Rio, we'd watch some of those. We'd watch a lot of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Classics.
I remember, like, also, I loved, like, Tom and Jerry. Because
Oh,
there was,
that's a
like,
good
no
one.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
an orchestra in the background. And
Yeah.
you had to, like, it was just so entertaining. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hella liked it. I liked it when they did the future ones. Did you ever see that?
Future
Where
ones?
Tom and Jerry are in the future?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You never seen those ones? They're tight.
About
Yeah,
the
they did.
Jetsons.
Yeah, I watched the Jetsons.
I briefly watched it. I was amazed when they made food in the microwave. Like a whole boop. Like
Oh,
now
yeah.
it would be like 3D printing. But they did it. Put it in the microwave and a little tiny thing like that, and then it'll pop
Yeah.
up
It was
into a
like
burger.
Back to the Future, like the pizza.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
that. I was like
Dehydration.
You know, as a kid, I was like, whoa, like in the cartoon. That's crazy.
It's funny because it's actually the opposite of how a microwave works. It works like
Well,
by heating up
to
the
me, it looked
water
like a
molecules.
microwave.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well,
adding a water
Okay, if you
molecule.
want to get all technical, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Science.
Moving on.
Did they have a lot of American cartoons, or they have
Yes,
like Brazilian?
definitely, like Power Rangers was huge, man. Like people would literally like Carnival. People would
Yeah.
you'd see like 20 Power Rangers at least. Like,
Awesome.
Dress up like them.
That's tight.
Yeah.
That's fun.
What's the best gift you ever got?
I don't know. It was fun when we went on my birthday. We went to celebrate in Dallas. Like we just did a couple things, like kind of like a getaway, and we booked this really awesome fancy hotel for like super cheap because we got like a coupon deal or something. I don't know, Groupon deal.
Shout out to Groupon.
Yes, and then we went to this Korean barbecue place, and we went bar hopping, and we did a bunch of stuff. It was so fun. Like that was epic. I don't know. How old was I? A few years back. I don't know.
yeah.
That's tight.
But
That's cool.
yeah, that
No
was
doubt.
really
I
fun.
was working for this online company, and it was like my last paycheck, and I was like, you know what? Let's just burn it, and then we just did that.
Yeah, it was like.
And it was awesome. It was like 4 days in a row. and
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, we
I had
went
to
to
go
the
back to normal
pool.
life. We're like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was
That's
an
tight.
awesome weekend. Yeah.
Dallas has some dope shit. Like we stayed
Yeah.
at like some, like it was
I
like
gave
an original.
you a good fucking birthday
Yeah,
last
you did.
year.
You did.
You did.
I
She
did. I
did.
killed it.
Ooh.
He actually enjoyed his birthday last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, it was like an
Sweet.
old historic hotel, like
Right in the middle of
original
Dallas.
ass like old school haunted looking hotel,
Yeah.
and they just built skyscrapers around it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's really weird, but it was super
awesome.
cool.
And when you go in there, like it's all old timey. Nothing's been changed. They even play like music from like the 50s and 60s and
Last
stuff in the
creepy time
rooms.
traveling.
Yeah, it was so cool. It was
Yeah.
just cool. It was a different kind of experience.
Yeah.
They really like submerse you in it.
Good. You get lost. You get lost in there.
Yeah.
We had some old ass couple try to like get up in our room and shit with us.
Oh, Whoa.
Because they have like a restaurant, right? And we went to like another restaurant, and we were coming back in, and it was like a swaggy older couple. You could probably tell the guy had money or something, right? And then like his wife comes running up, and she's like, "Are you guys staying here?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Oh, can we see your room?" We're like, "Nah, we're good," you know. And she was just like, "Oh, well, we really want to see your guys' room." And we're just like,
"Are you maintenance?"
You're
I
like,
don't remember
I get it. I
going
get it.
quite like that.
You tell your
What happened? What happened?
How do you remember?
I do remember them approaching us and saying like, "Oh, we've always wanted to stay here. We've eaten here like quite a few times. We'd really love to go check out the rooms. Like, do you mind if we go check out your room?" And we were like, "Oh, no, we're kind of tired. We're just going to go upstairs." And she was like, "Okay, maybe tomorrow?"
No, she asked like two more times. She asked like two more times.
Yeah,
before
I
she-
was pretty drunk too. So.
She's like, "Are you guys sure? Because we could just come up to your room."
It's like, dude, back the fuck up.
For real, it's like,
Yeah, we're like, "Nah, dude." Hard pass.
That reminds me when we were trying to make friends here in Waco.
One time we tried to make friends, man.
We went out.
We went to
bar
crickets,
scene.
right? We were like playing, and we were playing that little.
Crickets is
sandy
awesome.
thing.
Shout out to Crickets.
Oh, the sand game shuffleboard. Is
Yes,
that what it's called?
I love
Shuffleboard.
playing that game. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like this couple just kind of vibes with us, and like, "Oh, let's play again." I'm like, "Okay, cool." We're like playing and playing. Then all of a sudden,
Dude's got his dick out.
No, the thing is that like, the guy was getting like really cool with Diego, and they were like vibing, and you could see the bromance starting. And then me and the girl were like talking to, getting along, and we bought them beers, and they bought us beers. You know, it was good, and I was like, "Cool, we're gonna have friends." And then she goes, "Y'all aren't like you know, y'all aren't swingers, right?" And I was like, "Oh, we can be friends." Like, no. She goes, you know, because, like, you know, and I was like, "Diego, let's go." Like, you know, everything's ruined. Basically, she started explaining that she was like, "Y'all are getting too comfy with, like, what was going on." And she kind of started telling the guy, like, "Hey, you know, let's, you know, chill out." And so basically, she changed completely from what was
'Cause
going
it's
on.
like
They
you
were
know,
just trying to get your pants off.
I don't know, but
you know, like those couples, they're not in the same vibe. Like the guy was like somewhat high. Like,
she
she
was
was like
pretty
kind of like thinking of her
high.
kids at home, like, "Damn, my kids," and all that. You
Yeah.
know, she was like in her head, you could tell. And he was like talking to me, "No, I like Jack White, and then I have some weed at my house and all that."
Yeah, he invited. Actually,
And I was
he
like,
did. That's when she
okay.
started doing it because he invited us to smoke at his house, and we were like, "Hi," you know. And then the girl's like, "Oh, I don't know," you know. And she started, you know. And then we're like, "Oh, okay."
So it's kind of like
never
his
mind.
conscience,
Yeah.
just like.
And then she
Gone
started
back.
saying like, "Y'all aren't swingers, are y'all?" And I'm
That's
like,
really weird to say, though. That you can probably tell that she hadn't been out in a long time. It's like, "Hey, how you
Yeah.
guys doing? You're not swingers, are you?"
Like straight to it.
But basically, yes, that's exactly how I felt. Like she just right off the back, just you know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I was like, "Oh man, we can't have a good friendship anymore because you made it really awkward."
You just messed this up.
And then I had to explain myself, like, "No, we're not swingers," you know. And I
Yeah.
had to go through this whole anyway.
And the guy had like a cool a job. He used to like he said he was working on like military stuff. So it was really interesting stuff, like kind of like top
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, cool," and all that. And then that.
That's crazy.
Bridge-
There is
bridge
like a
burnt.
big kind of swingers culture in Texas, I've noticed. They have like swingers clubs and stuff in Dallas. Yeah.
yeah.
That's never happened to us with couples, but girls have always hit on my wife.
Really?
Every time.
Oh yeah, she
That's
has told me
interesting.
about
I don't
stuff.
know what it is.
How does that even happen?
Scissor magnet.
And you know what? Like I don't really take offense to it, but it's like with a girl that doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, like when I'm with my husband, she's like, anyway, so what's
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah.
now I'll fight you. Like I don't know. But yeah,
like, do I have to
Nancy
fight
gets
her
so like weirded out. She's like, why?
Are they-
Do I put that vibe out? I'm like, I don't know. But I can count about 5 times where we just go out and women are just like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, she's clearly with me.
She has children. Like,
She's holding my baby.
do they at all seem like they're interested in like you as a couple or
no,
solely
just
her?
They make it very clear.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
that's what I'm saying. I'm like mildly offended. Like, wow. Like,
yeah.
like, I'm not even including
I'm right here.
Like, just her. It's like, no, we don't need you, dude. Like, just her. Like, okay. Well,
How weird.
Can you watch
so
these
weird.
kids real quick? And
you can watch him.
I'll be back, honey.
We got
That's
time
hilarious.
for another sponsor.
Yes, we do. Mod Ministry. Mod Ministry merch creates for the edgy woman, the kind of woman who works hard but plays much harder, who embraces femininity but tests societal limits. We are not for the faint of heart. We are bold. We are beautiful. Check out the Mod Ministry Etsy page for handmade harness lingerie, 5-star rated seller since 2014.
Boom, strap it on.
Nice.
Yeah, people are weird. That a couple story with the weed reminded me of like the only time I ever smoked weed and cocaine on accident.
On accident.
No, it was.
It was
Okay,
laced.
so-
It was laced. I've
So I
been
was
there.
like 15, right? And we used to hang out at this bookstore called Bassett's, and like punk bands would play there.
Nice.
And this older lady, so I was like 15. She was probably like late 30s. She like rolls up, right? And me, Adam, my buddy Matt, and like another dude, we're all chilling out front. And she's like, "Hey guys, like how's it going?" And we're like, "Hey, what's up, old lady? You know, like, it's cracking." And then she's like, "You guys smoke?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're like 15." You know. And then she's like, "Well, I've got a bunch in my house. Why don't you guys come, right?" And we're like,
Oh,
"All right, why
okay.
not?" You know? So we all
Cougar
pile
on
into
the
her
prowl.
car. She drives us to the other side of town. We get into her house. She has like weed drying all over her house, and there's like a bunch of weird dudes like everywhere and everything. And she's like, "Yeah, come on, like come sit down at this table or whatever, right?" And then she's like, we start passing the bowl around, right? And I'm like, "Damn, dude, this is like 90s, you know?" And I'm like, "Fuck, this is fucking me up." I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, it's forgot what she had a name for it."
Primo?
No.
It's angel dust, Holmes.
I can't remember what she called it, but she's like, "Oh yeah, it's got cocaine in it." I'm like,
ghost.
"What the fuck?" You know, and then I'm like, "Oh shit," you know, and then we're like, "Oh fuck," and then she was like taking off her top or whatever, like the blouse. And she's like, "Man, it's so hot in here." Like this and that. Like, once you guys get comfortable, this, that, and we're like 4 15-year-olds, dude. And like, there's literally creepy dudes like sitting on the couches and shit around us.
Right.
And we're like, "Nah." Me and Matt were like, "Nah, dude, this is
Something
this
crazy
is so
is
weird,
gonna
right?"
go
And then we're all
Take his
fucked up.
kidneys.
And then we're like, "Hey, like, nah, we gotta get back," you know. And then like, everybody's like, "Yeah, well, we're only 15 and shit," you know, and like. Cause we didn't tell her that before.
Oh, okay,
We
good.
just, and then we're like, we're 15, right? And she was just like, like whatever.
She knew.
And then we're like, "No, we got to get back to this fucking club or whatever." And we're all fucked up, and she's like haggling us, and we get back into the car, and then we're halfway there, and she's like, "What do you guys think about going to San Francisco? Like, I've got some
shit.
friends, and they've got a place we can all crash."
Oh
and
my
this and
god,
that.
y'all were gonna get
And then we're-
kidnapped.
Yeah, we all
Like,
had our
this is-
skateboards and shit. We're like, nah. We fucking all bailed out of the car, and everybody bailed except for I think it was Adam. Adam stayed in
Oh,
the
God.
passenger seat because he wasn't paying. He was so high.
Oh, he
he wasn't paying attention. That we all
He went to San Francisco.
and then he was like, "What?" And then she drove off to the next block, and then at the next stop sign, Adam fucking bailed
Jumped
out.
out. Oh my god.
She's like, "We're going to San Francisco."
Random story, but
Oh shit, that was dangerous.
Yeah.
Jesus. You would
Happy
think
birthday.
Girls get targeted by guys too.
What is this? It's messing me up. Well, it's heroin.
What the fuck?
You like it?
Shit.
oh man.
Train spotting. I know.
All right, well, let's get to the end here. You want to go to some life in the comment section?
Yes. We got a comment from YouTube from Fruitle Yupit. Fruitle Yupit. Okay. Oh shit. Thanks for taking my topic suggestion. My mom is obsessed with 90 Day Fiancé too. Ha ha ha.
I know who this is.
My goal right now is to finish my horror book and get it published. I was at the Texas Haunters Convention in Mesquite today, and I was thinking how cool it would be if Dark and Dreary had a booth there. Oh, and I just got my shirt in the mail today. Can't wait to rock it.
Yeah. She's one of our Patreons.
Yeah, thank you.
See, we rock it with our Patreons.
Yeah,
She gave us
we
a
do.
suggestion, and we did it.
Better
So-
And it
recognize.
was a pretty fun video too.
So if you haven't add us on Patreon. I think it's only like $3 for like the first tier, and you get to see exclusive episodes, and you can literally just suggest whatever you guys want us to do, and we'll.
Yeah.
If it's not too fucking
We might
stupid, we'll do it.
Might not, depending on how crazy it is. But we'll try to do it.
Where nobody's gonna kick anybody in the face.
Yeah.
You know.
Next
Or
challenge.
maybe.
Jesus.
Next one we have is from Yesayasha. Okay, Instagram. I can't help but respect a Mario Kart tournament. Bless you, Necro Electric podcast. Praying
Ooh,
to you.
another
hands.
Patreon thing that we did with our. If you guys haven't seen it, we had a Mario Kart tournament.
Yep. Who won?
I don't know. You have to go on Patreon to find out. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was the birthday girl.
I'm like giving it away.
Maybe it was Diego.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Definitely wasn't me. Tell you that much.
You want to give any birthday shout outs?
Birthday shout out to myself. Birthday shout out to my little nephew Cruz. His birthday is one day before mine.
Oh, happy birthday, Cruz.
He's probably not gonna watch this until he's older, but I shouted you out, boy.
Nice.
And all the fam.
You want to thank your brother and your loving husband for showing up today?
Yes,
For
I
your
do.
birthday.
When I saw him, I hugged him so hard. Well, it's been a while since we've seen each other, since a while back, and me and Diego were like, we're gonna go to Fort Worth again. You know, we're thinking about it going this weekend or something, and boom.
Yeah, we should all go to Dallas.
Yeah, right.
Hang out with them.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
you guys are welcome anytime.
Gotta plan it out to do it all. And
We'll go joyride some BMWs or whatever.
Mercedes, sir.
Mercedes.
Dallas freeways are crazy though. So it has to be a designated area. I would say.
Well, I'll give a happy birthday shout out to you
Thank you.
and all of our people for tuning in. We just hit 1,000 followers on Instagram.
No, that's a lot of
Yay.
people.
Yeah, I mean, we just started this shit in March, and yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for all
It's
the
incredible.
support. Thank you to
y'all.
Marco and Diego for
Yeah,
rolling.
thank you.
Anytime.
It's always fun.
Yeah, of course, happy birthday.
Thank
you guys
you.
for coming. Shout out to all the swingers out there.
Keep swinging that fucking dick.
Keep hanging it.
Scissor it up.
Do your thing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Shout out to Susie.
all the
Happy birthday.
Thank
Hope you had a
you.
good podcast. I think it was an awesome episode. Thanks again for the invite, guys. Anytime, please feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to come down. And shout out to my wife, Nancy, who attracts those lesbos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my wife, who is literally 31 years old.
No, thanks.
Not yet.
Called her out.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she wanted to say. But
It doesn't matter anymore.
It's actually 37. I mean,
That's not true, guys.
42, okay. And then now we're all just going to go for drinks, and that's it. Thank you guys for having us.
Right on.
Jesus.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Birthday.